Hi YouTube. Today I want to talk about oral vector. In SVP, the sensitive zone of oral vector is mouth. So everything is which is connected to mouth will be the character of people who usually like to talk, to eat something delicious. They are usually in the center of attention. They can speak hours and hours, and time to time you can be a little bit annoyed, but if they are great speakers you can listen them forever. So if we will go back to primitive tribe, their role was taster. So for example, if there will be some unfamiliar berries or animal, someone needs to try the food, this will be the people who will taste it and let know the others if we can continue to get these berries, for example, or if we can hunt some animal, for example rabbit. Also their role was to warn everybody during the danger. So if sound vector during the night or green vector during the day will warn the oral vector, he will scream, he will warn the other tribe, so everybody will hide somewhere. What I can add, that these people, they, as I mentioned, always in the center of attention, and they can describe any situation in every detail. Sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. I have also friends, and time to time my other friends, they get a little bit annoyed. So there is two ways: either you start to listen to him or just ignore what he's saying, or you just try to silence him and try to change the subject. As I mentioned, these people are best chefs. To be the best chef, they need to try everything and combine all the flavors, so in the end you will enjoy the food. Also, these people are usually toastmasters. In some cultures, in the weddings for example, we need someone who will lead the ceremony. If we will take the examples from movies and life, that would be Donkey from Shrek, Deadpool from Marvel. Hannibal Lecter would be the great example, when he is great speaker with great charisma, and in the end he would eat you alive. So you got the idea. What I also can add, of course, they have big mouths, full lips. Often they lick their lips like this. They talk a lot, as I mentioned. In the childhood, for example, if they would often got silence and parents just shut them up, in the future they could have lisp, and the way of speak they will be a little bit damaged. In general, these people are positive, they're extroverts, they usually love yellow color, and the shape of it is oval, so it's yellow oval. And if you have friends like this or relatives, you know that most of the cases they are positive, they're full of energy, they are the center of attention, and you really love listen to them. The great example also would be jokers or jesters in medieval times. So you can imagine that these people, they don't have filter, they talk about everything. They can either kill you by the words, or in opposite, they can just live up and you feel really great, and you by these words you can really do some great stuff. Let's sum up the oral vector. As I mentioned, they are great speakers, chefs, and often they are extroverts, positive, they like to eat, they like to joke, they are at the center of attention. And time to time, if you're an introvert, you can get tired of them, but it's okay. But without them, I guess our life would be a little bit sad. If you have in your circle this kind of people, just try to observe and check how they speak, if they like to eat, and so on. And most probably they do. And in general, if you would start to observe other people traits, most probably you would see some green, blue, brown vectors, and it will be easier for you to justify people, which is the meaning of my whole series of this. So I hope it was more or less interesting, and I will see you in the next one.